Split your dataset with scikit-learn's train test split. One of the key aspects of supervised machine learning is model evaluation and validation. When you evaluate the predictive performance of your model, it's essential that the process is unbiased. Using train test split from the data science library scikit-learn, you can split your dataset into subsets that minimize the potential for bias in your evaluation and validation process. In this course, you'll learn why you need to split your dataset in supervised machine learning, which subsets of the dataset you need for an unbiased evaluation of your model, how to use train test split to split your data, and how to combine train test split with prediction methods. In addition, you'll get information on related tools from scikit-learn's model selection module. So now that you've seen what you'll learn in this course, let's start off by taking a look at why data splitting is important. The importance of data splitting. Supervised machine learning is about creating models that precisely map the given inputs, independent variables or predictors, to the given outputs, dependent variables or responses. How you measure the precision of your model depends on the type of problem you're trying to solve. In regression analysis, you typically use the coefficient of determination, root mean square error, mean absolute error, or similar quantities. For classification problems, you often apply accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and related indicators. The acceptable numeric values that measure precision vary from field to field. What's most important to understand is that you usually need unbiased evaluation to properly use these measures, assess the predictive performance of your model, and to validate the model. This means that you can't evaluate the predictive performance of a model with the same data that you've used for training. You need to evaluate the model with fresh data that hasn't been seen by the model before. You can accomplish that by splitting your dataset before you use it. Splitting your dataset is essential for an unbiased evaluation of prediction performance. In most cases, it's enough to split your dataset randomly into 3 subsets. The training set is applied to train or fit your model. For example, you use the training set to find the optimal weights or coefficients for linear regression, logistic regression, or neural networks. The validation set is used for unbiased model evaluation during hyperparameter tuning. For example, when you want to find the optimal number of neurons in a neural network or the best kernel for a support vector machine, you experiment with different values. For each considered setting of hyperparameters, you fit the model with the training set and assess its performance with the validation set. The test set is needed for an unbiased evaluation of the final model. You shouldn't use it for fitting or validation. In less complex cases where you don't have to tune hyperparameters, it's okay to work with only the training and test sets. Splitting a dataset might also be important for detecting if your model suffers from one of 2 very common problems called underfitting and overfitting. Underfitting is usually the consequence of a model being unable to encapsulate the relations among data. For example, this can happen when trying to represent nonlinear relations with a linear model. Underfitted models will likely have poor performance with both training and test sets. Overfitting usually takes place when a model has an excessively complex structure and learns both the existing relations amongst data and noise. Such models often have bad generalization capabilities. Although they work well with training data, they usually yield poor performance with unseen test data. You can find a more detailed explanation of underfitting and overfitting in RealPython's Linear Regression in Python course, as seen on screen now. Now that you've seen why data splitting is important, let's move on to what's needed to efficiently split data in Python. Installing scikit-learn. In this course, you'll see version 0.24.2 of scikit-learn running on Python 3.9. Whenever you're working with a new Python package, it's considered good practice to work in a virtual environment, and if you need to know more, check out the course which is seen on screen now. Scikit-learn has many packages for data science and machine learning, but for this course you'll focus on the model selection package, specifically on the function train test split. You can install scikit-learn with pip, as seen on screen. If you use Anaconda, then you probably already have scikit-learn installed. However, if you want to use a fresh environment, ensure that you have the specified version, or use Miniconda, and then you can install scikit-learn from Anaconda Cloud with Conda install, as seen on screen. You'll also need Numpy, but you won't have to install it separately, as it should be installed alongside scikit-learn. If you want to refresh your Numpy knowledge, then take a look at the official documentation, or better still, check out this real Python course. Now that you're all set up to start using scikit-learn's train test split, that's what you're going to see in the next section of the course. Application of train test split. In this section of the course, you'll see the practical application of train test split, using a small self-created dataset to aid with your understanding and learning of how to use it, and then how to avoid some common issues with data science projects. So let's get started using train test split. Getting started with train test split. You need to import train test split and Numpy before you can use them. So let's start with the import statements. Now that you have both imported, you can use Numpy to create a dataset and train test split to split that data into training sets and test sets. You'll split inputs and outputs at the same time with a single function call. With train test split, you need to provide the sequences that you want to split as well as any optional arguments. It returns a list of NumPy arrays, other sequences, or SciPy sparse matrices if appropriate. Arrays is the sequence of lists, NumPy arrays, pandas data frames, or similar array-like objects that hold the data that you want to split. All these objects together make up the dataset, and they must be of the same length. In supervised machine learning applications, you'll typically work with two such sequences. A two-dimensional array with the inputs, typically known as X, and a one-dimensional array of outputs, typically known as Y. Options are the optional keyword arguments that you can use to get the desired behavior. Train size is the number that defines the size of the training set. If you provide a float, then it must be in the range 0 to 1, and it will define the share of the dataset used for testing. If you provide an int, then it will represent the total number of the training samples. The default value is none. Test size is the number that defines the size of the test set. It's very similar to train size. You should provide either train size or test size. If neither is given, then the default share of the dataset that will be used for testing is 0.25, 25%. Random state is the object that controls randomization during splitting. It can either be an int or an instance of random state. The default value is none. Shuffle is a boolean that determines whether or not to shuffle the dataset before applying the split. Stratify is an array-like object that, if not none, determines how to use a stratified split. Now it's time to try data splitting. You'll start by creating a simple dataset to work with. This dataset will contain the inputs in the two-dimensional array X and outputs in the one-dimensional array Y. Here you can see NumPy's A range being used, which is extremely convenient for generating arrays based on numerical ranges. You also use reshape to modify the shape of the array returned by A range and get a two-dimensional data structure. Here you can see the X and Y Numpy arrays that were created. You can split both input and output datasets with a single function call, as seen on screen. Given two sequences, such as X and Y here, train test split performs the split and returns 4 sequences, which in this case will be Numpy arrays, in this order: xtrain, the training part of the first sequence, X; xtest, the test part of the first sequence, X; ytrain, the training part of the second sequence, Y; and finally ytest, the test part of the second sequence, Y. You probably got different results from the ones you see on screen. This is because dataset splitting is random by default, and the result differs each time you run the function. However, this often isn't what you want. In the next part of the course, you'll see how you can modify your code so that you get consistent, reproducible results.